Grandma Michele. I'm back at the pond at my retreat. I took a lunch break. I needed from my business. I needed the break. So of course, there's not a better place to come than my pond. And sit back here and listen to the birds. You can hear them. And listen to the wind. You can hear that too. You can see it with the flower blowing on my hat. And you can feel the energy through this video. You can actually feel all that's here. So I'm going to tell you a little story. Started with Memorial Day weekend. It was incredible this weekend for me. I had a client come here for a healing. Letting go of the anger of losing his wife to cancer. I met him in Florida, and he allowed me to read his late wife's book, Angel Eyes. And I became attached to her spirit. But I think these spirits find me and get attached to me because then they bring into my lives those that need my help, need to come back here if they can, and need to feel the energy of those that are departed, and get rid of the anger of not being able to hold them and dance with them again. Well, we did some great work here. This wonderful client that actually gave me so much. All my clients give me so much as I give them. It's a beautiful experience to be in the vocation that I'm in, because it's about the energy that flows between us. We're here, our minds, our imagination, and then what we can feel from Mother Earth. When I got him to lay down on what I call my healing rock, which is here, and I'm going to lay down on it. And I got him to, here we go, oh my goodness, here we go. I got him to breathe and release, and to let all that negative anger just get out of him and just go into the ground, not into any other human being, and not to lash back at anybody. And I got him to look up at the clouds, and I'll turn this around, as you can see them go by. And I got him to draw in what he needed from Angel Eyes, his wonderful wife that was with us. Her name was, and still is, Angelica. And I felt her presence, and I was hoping he would too, with holding my hand, and know that she was coming through me to him, and just allowing the gift of peace to finally nurture into a soul, the gift of love. Well, that was a beautiful few days. And then after that, I had a great experience with my VFW Women's Auxiliary Troop, Post 531, doing the Veteran Day Parade, Memorial Day Parade on Monday at 10 a.m. And then after that, the experience of being with those that came out and participate in this ceremonies, services, and listening to the speakers. I stood up against a tall, heavy oak tree because I needed the energy back from the tree. Put my feet on that heavy-rooted tree bottom and just let Mother Nature come in through my awareness through the ground so I could fill myself up again. Then we went to another dedication, a memorial dedication service in the Veteran Park outside of Honesdale. And that was, again, very teary-eyed for all of us that were there. Because on the plaque, what it really meant was the words of the commander that spoke to us was we should always remember and reflect, because that's all we have is memories, and pass those memories on to our youth so they can project goodness and take care of the sovereign country of ours, America. Because we are lucky to live in the land of the free and have free will. And then graciously we went back to our VFW posts, and there was hoagies free for us for lunch and cake. And I sat at the bar with just a glass of water, because that was enough of my nourishment I needed. And I listened again and observed those around me, those very, very much in need of just someone just to listen to. And I was happy just to listen and not give an opinion, but just listen. And then on my way out of Honesdale, I needed to nourish myself up with love and do some meditation. Now, I could have come straight back to here, to the retreat. I had it all, but my intuitive mind knew to stop off at the Himalayan Institute. It's a yoga place of wonderful people that give love and do love there with their yoga, with their dialogue, with their connection with each other, and with their dance. So I parked my car and I took out my Indian blanket and I laid it down on their sacred grounds. And then I went into my healing for myself, my own meditation, and putting myself into a hypnotic state in a trance. And as I lie in the trance, my eyes are closed, and I visually have a movie running right in front of me. And I'm watching this movie, and there come faces. Oh, faces of men, faces of women. See their mouths, they're smiling, they're not smiling. See their eyes, see their nose, see their outside structure. And then the faces went away. And then there was a burst of energy that came, and I saw a volcano erupt and the lava flowing down and great big rocks there, and then a beautiful waterfalls next to it. It was just all so pretty. And it was just a mirror of my thoughts. And I really didn't know where it was going, but it was just fun to watch and just let that blanket of energy that I started then feeling flow over my body and start healing me and giving me the comfort of knowing everything is okay. And then, oh my goodness, how amazing it was to watch the angels appear and flying in front of me. And what a fantasy of imagination, I thought, that I can now see. Was it real? It didn't really matter. It was just a vision, and it was making me happy. And then came a great big eagle flying around, picking me up off the ground and carrying me off to Wonderland, I guess. I don't know. Oh, yeah, yes, I do know, because then we went into the future. My goodness, the eagle flew me into the future, and there it was. There were no more people. There was just music and lights and colors and feelings. And it was serenity, and it was peace, and it was bliss, and it was caring. And then the eagle dropped me back down, and I decided it was time to open my eyes up and get back to hear the fourth dimension, the ground that I was laying on. So I got up. I walked over and met a young gentleman that was sitting on a bench there outside of the Institute, and he asked me my name. Oh, I said, I'm Grandma Michele. Do you know me? I've been here before. I said, come, I got to show you what happened to me. And I brought him back to my Indian blanket, and I said, lay down, I want to do something for you. Just look at the grass a minute. Just watch the grass, watch the movement. Watch the earth, watch it breathe. And then I had said, here, you could read some stuff about me, but I'm going to go inside. I think it's dinner time, and then join me for dinner. And then I went inside. It was dinner time. And they put on a great spread. Love their food. You just give a donation if there's no one there, and that's fine. And then I sit at a table, and I'm looking at the faces of these three men and this woman at the table. And I said, oh my God, those were the faces that I just saw when I was laying outside and I was in the trance. I was really overwhelmed at this. And then there down in front of me is another face that I knew, Sean. He was looking at me, and all I could say, wow, I was so happy to see him. Sean I knew from the Institute there. He had gone to Nicaragua for 3 months on a wonderful journey and giving of what he does. And they gave to him. So I said, Sean, tell me the story of your 3 months there. I was quite interested. So Sean started talking, and he talked about this volcano. And I said, Sean, that was just in my vision I saw. The volcano and the lava and everything else. And here now you're talking to me about it, and there was your face anyway. So Sean said, well, of course. You have all this energy, and you manifest something, and then it happens, it appears in the reality. It's just all your great energy. You are so focused, Michele. I said, you're right, and so are you, Sean. So please keep in touch. And he said he will. And then I left there. And I went down the road to a very upscale, new energy healing place, I think. And I walked in to meet the owner. But she wasn't available. She was talking to a client, and I knew that. But I spoke to 2 other people, and it was just beautiful. I thought she might be able to use my services there. But she'll know. And then I came home, and I was so overwhelmed and went to bed. And I woke up at 9:30 having this wonderful dream that I recalled. I was in another dimension. And I was on this big ship somewhere. And I met these 3 very, very wealthy people. But they were ignoring me there. I thought how funny that was. And then I left that ship. And I found myself off somewhere else. And they were trying to stick needles and pins in me so that I would be like them and jump around and do things that were very inappropriate for my mentality of where I was. They wanted to drug me, and so that I could be with them in their drug culture, and that wasn't for me. And I ran so far away from them, and then I got picked up by car by I don't know who else, and then wound up in a sanctuary seeing these 3 people, these very wealthy people there, some sort of sanctuary. And now they recognize me. And I tell them each about themselves. And they say, well, how did you know that? They thought I was a psychic. And then I actually told them the truth. Because I heard your story when I was on the ship with you. So it just was so beautiful. It was the realization that we can manifest anything. We can go into a dream. We can see it. We can feel it. And then we can wake up and come back here in this reality. And we can be at peace knowing that we're always okay if we believe in ourselves. And then today was a beautiful day for me. When I got up, I remembered this fabulous dream I had last night. Another great dream. Here I was on a railroad, on a train, going super fast, breaking the sound barriers of light, I guess. And all of a sudden, I actually heard a voice in my ear. And okay, where are you coming from, voice? Who are you? And then a voice actually appeared as a person that was on the other side of this train and looking to get into the train. And then he put his hand in and I grabbed it and I pulled him into the train. And there he is. I said, who are you? He said, I'm Gregory. Well, who are you, Gregory? I don't know you. And he says, yes, you do. There's Gregory sitting there behind you. I am him. This was getting a little bit off the wall for me, even me in the stream on the train. And then there was again these 3 people and this woman behind me who felt Gregory's hand and for some reason had a connection to him. I don't know. And then this other man. And then Gregory left and disappeared. And then I asked the woman when we stopped in New York, because the train was going to New York and I was some kind of a writer, a journalist, I don't know, I was going to my office to write. I asked, will you give me a lift into the city? And she said yes. And then I awoke. I honestly don't know. But I was there and I felt it as I am feeling right here, sitting on my healing rock and telling you the story, I think is amazing. And I hope you will share it with your friends. Have a great day. And Grandma Michele saying, goodbye for now. See you again on YouTube or my site, all about grandmamichele.com. Bye.